Hi guys, my name is Victor Modo again, and we're here for another Super Eagles Roundup. Yes, Super Eagles players all across Europe and other countries have been amazing. They've been amazing in the last window, and currently we're going to be reviewing the performance of some of our best performers and mainstay Super Eagles players for the weekend that just passed. And we'll just go straight to it from the very beginning, starting from goalkeeper Amas Obasuge. Now, that's not very inspiring news. He has been suspended by his club and did not feature against Coastal Union, right? Because he's been suspended by his club for allegations of match fixing. These allegations that he has denied vehemently, saying that it was just an error that led to go. It's a situation we are going to follow and monitor closely and get back to you with report. But I should be on the phone with Amas later today, either to hear from him or to cheer him up one way or the other. Now my guy, he stays my guy. Move on to Wrexham in England, and we're talking about Arthur Okonkwo. Yes, he proved decisive for his side in their gritty 1-0 victory over Charlton Athletic. Remember, he has been cleared for Nigeria, and so at the moment it even seems as if he might end up being the one in goal, because we just have Wabali might not come. He's sorting out his current club, but he's a free agent. Maduka Okoye, nobody ever knows what he is going to be doing vis-a-vis invitations, and Uzoho is available. Francis Uzoho, after limited involvement in recent weeks, Uzoho returned to action for Ammonia in their 3-1 away defeat to Rijeka. He made 2 saves across 90 minutes, but endured a difficult outing, committing 2 errors that ultimately led directly to goals. That was a very, very crazy and bad day for our guy, Francis Uzoho. Moving on from there, I just go straight to defenders, and we go to William Troost Ekong. Now, Ekong made his 4th appearance for Al Ali Sports Club in their 2-1 home loss to Al Shahania. He was substituted in the 54th minute, and he registered 54 clearances, 1 recovery, 54 touches, and completed 42 of 47 passes. Also, Ekong is currently, well, that is the word stranded, give or take, but he's currently in the heart of the Middle Eastern crisis, and with all the blocking of the airways and everything, we just hope that Ekong is fine, he's sheltered, safe, and at the end of all of this drama that everybody's running mad, we just hope that Nigerian players abroad are fine, safe, and healthy at the end of all of this. Bright Osai Samuel is they are going to be playing their game today. As at the time I'm going to be filing this, they may have played, but I'll just keep him for now. Move on straight up to Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey delivered a dominant display in Fulham's 2-1 victory over fellow London side Tottenham. You know, that was the game where Iwobi was king. We'll get to Iwobi later. But Calvin Bassey completed 90 minutes. He's back to starting full-time for his side. Completed 90 minutes, producing 4 clearances, 3 block shots, and 6 recoveries, while winning 5 of 8 aerial duels with 75 touches and 47 completed passes from 54 attempts. He also registered 2 shots in a commanding all-round performance. Let's move on to Jordan in Germany. Jordan played the full match in Hamburger's 2-1 home defeat to, guess who? RB Leipzig. Yes, he completed 5 clearances, 2 recoveries, 59 touches, and completed 40 of 48 passes. Now, Zaidu Sanusi, there's this stat I saw, right, that they have not lost. They have not lost a game Zaidu has played since he came back. 10 straight wins, I think. But Zaidu Sanusi at left back, he played FC Porto's 3-1 victory over Aroca. He played for 90 minutes. He won all tackles attempted. He made 6 defensive contributions, registered 85 touches, and completed 46 of 55 passes, contributing both defensive stability and their offensive play. Bruno Onyemaechi, another left back. Onyemaechi was influential in Olympiacos' 2-1 away win over Panathinaikos. See, they don't give me headache with this name, but he played for 90 minutes, made 4 clearances, 5 recoveries, and an astonishing 122 touches, while completing 72 of 82 passes. Olympiacos now sits joint top on 53 points alongside AEK Athens FC. Moving on, I move on to Chidoziem Awaziem, and he featured in their narrow, Mark Column very well, narrow 1-0 defeat to Lille. He registered 10 clearances, won all his aerial duels, had 38 touches, and completed 20 of 27 passes as Nantes remained second from bottom, sadly, on 17 points. I really hope that they are going to be able to beat the drop because we want to see our top players playing at the very top. Now, the latest defender that I always knew as a midfielder, Chibuike Nwaiwu. Nwaiwu scored his first 2 goals in Turkish football for Trabzonspor as they defeated Karagümrük SK 3-1. Before his 73rd minute substitution, he's recorded 9 recoveries, won all his aerial duels, produced 117 touches, and completed 100 of 105 attempted passes. Both his shots on target ultimately resulted in goals in his 9th straight appearance since he joined Trabzonspor in January. Ola Aina featured for Nottingham Forest in their 2-1 loss to Brighton and Hove Albion. He played 83 minutes. He made 3 clearances and completed 28 of 29 passes. A tough day in the office for Starboy Ola Aina. Moving on from there, I move out to midfielders and I start from no other place than Raphael Onyedika, the anchorman for Club Brugge, anyhow you want to call it. Onyedika anchored midfield as they secured a 2-1 comeback win over Royal Charleroi. He gets us to see and they call him Charleroi. Me they call him Royal Charleroi, but it's still a National Sports Club. He recorded 66 touches, completed 48 of 51 passes, and won multiple duels to maintain control in midfield. Alexander Iwobi is the most talked about Nigerian player for this weekend. He scored the winning goal in Fulham's 2-1 derby triumph over Tottenham at Craven Cottage, and the goal was simply amazing. A death touch. You know that thing where be like, you don't see that cat before, that cat's picture, where cat could just bend down like Beckham. You get? But this case, it was not even bending. He was like just straight. Only Iwobi knows what he did with that toy, but it was an amazing goal. He completed 47 of 85 passes, created clear chances, and dominated his midfield duels for his side. Wilfred Ndidi and Besiktas, the Super Eagles captain, Skipo Fantastic himself, delivered another assured display for Besiktas as they defeated Kocaelispor. I give up. Kocaelispor 1-0. He completed 45 of 50 passes, won 7 of 10 duels, and registered 70 touches. Moving on from there to Frank Onyeka and Coventry City of England. Onyeka featured in Coventry's dramatic 2-1 win over Stoke City. He was substituted in the 55th minute, and he recorded 49 touches, 2 tackles, 4 recoveries, 4 shots, with 2 of those shots on target. Tochukwu Nnadi, big boy, finally made his debut for Olympique de Marseille, coming on basically in stoppage time, 94th minute, in the 94th minute of their dramatic 3-2 win over Olympique Lyon. Moving on from there to Italy, and I have Fisayo Dele Bashiru. He came off the bench at the start of the second half in Lazio's 2-0 loss to Torino and completed 18 of 22 passes with 1 blocked shot. Ebenezer Akinsomiro, by the time I'm going to be filing this, he would have played, but he had not played at the time I'm making this report. I have this list of Super Eagles players that I follow and I track and see how it goes. Remember, Joe Aribo moved to Leicester just quite recently, but he was on the bench throughout in their 2-0 home defeat to Norwich City as they hover just 1 point above the relegation zone. Football at the moment is not going exactly as planned for Joe Aribo, but I hope he gets back to the very top. Move on to forwards, and I start with Ademola Lookman, Atletico Madrid, Spain. He endured a quiet outing as Atletico Madrid edged Real Oviedo 1-0. He managed 1 shot and 15 touches before being substituted at halftime. Paul Onuachu cannot stop scoring. Let's take away the distraction from the post he made, the story he made, whatever that is, over the weekend, but he cannot stop scoring. And he extended his scoring streak to 7 consecutive matches in Trabzonspor's 3-1 win over Fatih Karagumrok. See, I give up, man. Remember, it was a Nigerian show. The other 2 goals were scored by none other than, what's the guy's name? The other 2 goals were scored by Chibuike Nwaiwu, while Paul Onuachu completed the route for their 3-1 win over Fatih Karagumrok. He scored his 36th club goal, played 90 minutes and registered 2 shots on target. Peter Olayinka, he came on in the 77th minute in Apoel's 3-2 victory over AEL Limassol, building on his debut heroics from the previous week. Remember, he just delivered their winning goal in the previous week and he came on 77 minutes. I want to see him play a lot more for his side. We need to see our top players making magic happen and contesting for a space on the Super Eagles roster. Moving on to Victor Osimhen and Turkey, and that's another brother that cannot stop scoring goals or providing assists. After missing out on their last league 2-0 defeat, he came on this time and he played full-time for Galatasaray. He started for Galatasaray in this one, in their game against Alanyaspor. You get, he scored and he assists in their 3-1 win. That is amazing goal. Goalkeepers and defenders should know by now that you don't dilly-dally on the ball around that boy from Olusoso. This guy used leg. They sell pure water and newspaper for traffic. He dey pursue moto. You can't the whole ball they play with they. You get, they keep giving him goals. The moment you gawk him, Osimhen don't collect them for your hand. Straightforward, no stories asked, direct to the point. Moving on from there to Tolu Arokodare. He came off the bench in Wolverhampton Wanderers 2-0. Listen, shock win over Aston Villa. You get, and he recorded 9 touches. Someone said that from the moment that Aston Villa, they were flexing until they went and borrowed that guy, Jordan Sancho from Chelsea. I don't know about all of that. I'm just telling you what they told me, basically. Thierry Dessers has now missed 12 matches with the thigh injury that he had at the AFCON. I pray he gets back to full fitness so that the club that signed him will be able to see him to enjoy what they signed him for. Rafiu Durosimi is going to be playing today. By the time I file this, he may have played, but I've done that already. Salim Fago Lawal, he played for 65 minutes in Victoria Pleasant's 3-0 away loss to FC Zlin. He completed 9 of 13 passes and missed a clear chance to put his team and to at least get one more goal for his side. Terry Murphy for FC Porto, Portugal, scored his first goal for Porto in their for Porto in their 3-1 win over Arauca. He came off the bench in his first minute and he sealed the win in stoppage time with only his first shot of the game. He made 3 touches overall in that game. Ibrahim Olawoyin, he registered an assist in Razorspor's 3-0 victory over Kasimpasa. He completed 30 of 38 passes and played the full 90 minutes. Iheanacho sadly missed the Old Firm derby as his side Celtic drew 2-2 with Rangers at Ibrox. Sadiq Omar won the decisive penalty converted by Ramazani in Valencia's 1-0 win over Osasuna. He played 89 minutes in this one. Remember, Sadiq Omar is that lesson that tells you if you have an issue in your current relationship, leave that relationship and go somewhere else. Life. He left Sociedad and is enjoying football again, and I'm very, very happy for this brother. AGK featured in Sevilla's 1-1 draw against Real Betis. He came on at the start of the second half and completed 13 of 17 attempted passes. Akko Adams was central to Sevilla's comeback in their 2-2 draw against Real Betis. He missed a big chance later on, though, to score the winner in this one. But he fired 4 shots, had 3 of those shots on target, and he remained a constant threat in attack throughout 90 minutes in this one. There you have it. Super Eagles players roundup for last weekend. Remember, if there's a player I'm missing, send me a DM. And I'm going to ensure that I include you. But we're going to ensure that we bring in more players into this list and also cover more leagues outside the top 5 leagues. My name is Victor Modo. I'm wearing a Remo Stars jersey today. Support Nigerian football. Support the MPFL. Support the NNL. And come watch Sporting Lagos next home game at Onikon. Let's go Sporting!